Alright friends, good afternoon. Today, I just left work a little bit early. It's right around noon. And we're headed to Ishler's Truck Caps in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. And as you guys know, on our previous truck we had a fiberglass cap. With this truck, I don't want to have to crawl up in the bed constantly to get stuff. So, with this truck we're also getting a cargo glide. So we're getting a fiberglass cap. We're doing the Ranch Fusion, which is a little bit of a step up from what we had before, but it has a slam latch, which I'm real excited about. So you don't have to, twist the two knobs when you close it. It just should slam shut, and only one latch to open it. So it's an upgrade, and it also has a headliner, which will be nice, because just the bare fiberglass on the top is not quite as classy as what this is going to be. So all in all, we're going in the right direction, and we've talked about Payload quite a bit, and I'm going to say it again, please be kind to people on the internet. We need to be educating people in a kinder and more strategic way, and not make people feel bad about certain things. Not everybody can just go out and buy a brand new truck. But like I said in the previous episode, we bought this truck because we wanted a new truck, not because of anything else or any pressure from any kind of situation. But the cargo glide is not a lightweight thing, right? So it's 200 pounds, and the cap is about 200 pounds. So right there we've got probably pushing 500 pounds worth of truck accessories. And so that, those were the things that really persuaded me to go with a 3/4 ton, because if we had gone F-150, this cargo glide thing would not be happening. It just wouldn't be the right thing to do. So this truck sits higher though, which is another reason why we don't want to be crawling in and out of the bed. But as you know, we travel with the two dogs, so I'd like to have the dogs at the end so they can get in and out while we're traveling, and then all the other stuff behind them that we can access without having to crawl behind dog crates, and we can permanently mount the dog crates to the bed slide in a much more safe and secure way for them. All around, I think this is going to be a great setup. I'm excited to show it to you. Ishler's Truck Caps, Mount Joy, Pennsylvania seems to be the best prices that I could find anywhere in the vicinity. I did contact some other cap dealers, and it was going to be like $200 plus more for the cap. And my previous cap, the Ranch Sierra that I had on my GMC Sierra, that's where I got it. The thing I like about Ishler's is they post all their prices on the internet, so there's no secrets, there's no haggling, there's no nothing. You know the price before you even call to order it, and that's what it is. So friends, the next thing that I want to talk about, kind of unrelated, but we're taking the truck on Route 30 to get there. We're avoiding the turnpike. If you missed our episode where we avoided it while towing, I always try to avoid that road because it's insanely expensive. But the other good thing about 30 is we're going to be going up and down all kind of hills and stuff, and with a new truck during the break-in period, you want to be able to vary your engine speed. And this is Route 30 from here to Mount Joy is like the perfect way to do that, right? Because you're not going to be just setting the cruise control and going. You're going to be kind of all over the place. And I don't think it adds much to the trip. And, I don't want to add to the cost of going to get the cap, because you're already paying for gas to drive out here. But, yeah, so the other thing too is I am going to, at some point here, be filling the truck up, which will be the first full tank of gas. And I'm going to tell you the fuel mileage on the computer. I'm going to hand calculate it, but I can't guarantee the accuracy of the hand calculations because the dealership filled it up, and I'm not sure how many miles were on it when they filled it up. I'm assuming the gas station right across the road is where they fill it. I would think that they filled it and then just brought it straight over. And over the course of owning this truck, I'll try to keep you updated on what kind of fuel mileage we get. It it's never going to be empty because we're adding 400 pounds to it that's permanently on it, and generally I only drive the truck if I need the truck, so it's hardly ever empty. But like, this will be real world stuff, right? So you'll get to see what this truck gets, you know, hauling weight around. For those of you that don't know, we have a Forest River 19 DBXL, and I also tow a dump trailer, so this truck is used for both of those things. I think with this cargo glide setup, you know, I may have to use the dump trailer more often to get things that I would otherwise put in the truck bed. One quick thing too, friends, I want to say welcome to any new subscribers that are following along with the truck or following our RV adventures. We've got plenty more in the RV adventure department coming up this season, which is the main reason we're doing this YouTube channel, right? Because we've got so much cool stuff going on, it would almost be a disservice not to do this. So, and not to take you with us and not to film it. So we're going to be bringing you along to a lot of cool places, and we're even starting to plan out next year. So, you know, and this truck is going to be an integral part of everything that we're doing. So again, thank you for watching, and thank you everybody for being a part of it. Okay, friends, we're here at Sheets. This is like the third pump we've tried. We're trying to get this filled up. I don't know what's up with the card readers today, but it kept having errors. But hopefully you can see that. And we are running. I don't know if you can see it. We're going to be running 87 octane in the truck because that's what the owner's manual says. They changed that in, I think, 2020. The 6.4 no longer requires 89. I think this thing's got a 31 gallon tank, which is 5 more gallons than the Sierra had, and I think we're going to end up getting about equal gas mileage. So, you know, I know 31 people complain about that, but there you go. It's better than 26. So we've put in 18.6 gallons, and we'll do some math when we get in the truck here. All right, friends, this is the last view of it, looking like a pickup truck. Pretty soon have a cap on the back. Okay, friends, so a few housekeeping items here. One thing, in last week's video I promised you I would talk about the tires, so let's start there. The stock Firestones, I debated on whether I should run those this winter, just because I probably won't be daily driving the truck this winter, and I figured, you know, I could make it through a winter with the stock Firestones. But then I talked to a tire place that's local, R&N Tires in Everett, Pennsylvania. They were able to give me money for the stock tires with only 200 miles on it, so that kind of put me in the direction of getting the KO2's. I had KO2's on my last truck when I first bought it, and they were phenomenal. You could go anywhere in any weather, and that's really what I want them for. These, the ones that I got on this truck, they're stock size, and the reason for that is obviously because we tow, and so I didn't want to have any impact on power or performance from the tires. So one good thing about this truck is it was a 3/4 ton, so it had E-rated 10 plies in the first place, and these tires actually weigh the exact same amount that the stock tires did. So really they should have almost no impact whatsoever. I do realize though that having the severe weather rating on these tires will impact their life, their tread life. And BFGoodrich does make what they call different tread, which is specially designed for 3/4 ton trucks, and they're going to last a little bit longer. But for as many miles as we drive, I didn't feel it was an issue. Plus, we're not really hauling that heavy, so we'll see how that works, and we'll keep you updated on that. So right now, we're driving home from Ishler's. By the way, guys, I have absolutely no affiliation with Ishler's or R&N Tire or BFGoodrich or Ranch truck caps. This is all stuff that I'm paying for out of my own pocket, full price. Nobody knows that I'm filming anything for YouTube. which is why I don't really film things, you know, at the location. But I'm telling you where I'm getting things, and because I have done a good bit of research on tire places and truck caps, and so these places seem to have the best prices. All right, friends. So hopefully you can see the truck with the cap behind me. And I apologize, it might be a little bit dirty. But if I start washing the truck every time I film it, I'm going to be washing the truck all the time and never get anything done around here. So, this, it's a Ranch Fusion, which we got because there's a little bit bigger windows than we had a Ranch Sierra on our GMC Sierra. And I was a little bit worried that there might be too much blue. And so I wanted a little more window, plus the ventilation for the dogs. I'm really happy with it. The paint matches pretty good. You know, best as you can expect for something like that. And the other benefit to the Ranch Fusion is you got one latch for the whole back door, which is really helpful. Before we had two. This one, if you lock that one, you lock the whole thing. The other one you had to lock twice if you wanted both sides to be locked. So this is way better. Then the cargo glide, I do have one dog crate in here. We just got back from Shawnee, so we're like halfway through unpacking and getting everything organized. But it's not quite going to work as I had hoped. And there's several reasons for that. One, you can't leave the dog crates mounted because you can't get in between this and the dog crates. I had hoped that it might slide out just a wee bit farther, but you know, I'd never seen one in person. So, but the thing about it is it still does really help. The whole weekend at Shawnee, you know, I didn't have to climb in and out of the truck bed at all, other than to open the windows of the cap, because obviously when the dogs are in there, we want it ventilated so they're open, and the rest of the time we want them closed in case it rains. But having this slide out like this, it's much easier to pick the dog crates up and, you know, get them off of there. It does make things easier, although it's not as easy as I had expected. I was just looking at Tractor Supply at getting something smaller, and we're going to repurpose this one, and I don't really feel bad about getting a new one to replace the other one because it's pretty boogered up. So I think with having crates that's a little bit smaller, the other thing about this one is the height. It catches. Hopefully that was graceful filming, but so with the height of this one, it catches on this, and that's really not going to work. So before our next trip, we're going to try to remedy the dog crate thing, and the ones I was looking at, even the ones for large dogs at Tractor Supply, they're a little bit shorter. And the other thing is, with it being shorter this way, and it's not going to hit the window, it can be at the full edge. It can be the whole way out here. So this is a learning experience for us. We've never had something like this before, but already I feel like it's going to make things way easier. And so we're just trying to work out all the kinks with that, and it was good that we got to go on a short trip, and you'll actually get to see that in the next episode. That'll be next week's episode. And it was a good chance to try to break in the truck and, you know, get things figured out as to how everything was going to work, and to make sure the weight distribution hitch was set up properly, which that'll be an episode in a few weeks. And I think that's all I've got right now for this episode. The truck so far, we really like it. A couple other things about the truck I will mention is the headlights are fantastic, and the stereo system is fantastic. We really like having the sunroof. The tow mirrors, that's a huge step in the right direction for us. Hopefully you can see those right down the way there. So everything seems to be working just as we had hoped, you know, other than getting the kinks worked out with this thing. So until next time, we'll see you next memory.